Soren is basically just a young Taito owl, which is, I guess, a barn owl. For Taito is another expression to use it as the sort of more common known name as barn owl. But yeah, he's just a young owl who's basically completely sort of immersed in these stories that his father tells him about these sort of mythical owls who live out in this great tree, and these warrior owls called the Guardians, and he's completely, drawn in by his father's stories and believes them to be totally true, and, kind of acts out these scenes of being a guardian himself one day. And the pure ones are the sort of evil owls that battled, I think, with the Guardians many years ago. And they're sort of the white, supreme kind of Taito owl, as it were, who are basically kind of trying to cleanse the forest, really, and they're capturing all the owls in the forest, and they're any owl that's like Soren and Clud and his family. They're Taito owls, they're barn owls. So they're trying to turn the barn owls into soldiers to become soldiers for the pure ones, and they're turning all the other owls into slaves, really. Why do people find owls so fascinating? I guess because an owl is such an ominous creature. And it's very rare that you see an owl in your everyday life. So I mean that's why they're so perfect for the story, because like the Guardians, an owl is really only something you ever read about or see pictures of or hear stories of. It's pretty rare, you kind of certainly living in London anyway, that you see an owl in your everyday life. So they have a sort of mythical quality to them anyway. Anyone can draw an owl. If you say, what does an owl look like? We all know what they look like, but whether you've seen them in your everyday life, it's pretty doubtful.